Hello, I'm Jade Wolf. You're watching Expoz on May 20, 2015, 1:57 a.m. Birmingham. Topic: Jade Helm, martial law, soon. Let's start with why. Last night and yesterday, Obama spoke up and said that he was going to withhold gear and needed supplies for the police departments in this country. He said he would withhold anything that would allow the departments to fight a large, say, the riots that happened in Ferguson and then in Maryland. Obama didn't like his little black buddies being picked on. That's what it sounds like to me. And that black DA, that didn't trigger this, but that's part of it. But when Obama decides to hold or withhold these things from the departments to give them the ability to fight these huge riots, it's taken away from them. They won't have the ability to fight it. And what will happen in place of it, there'll be someone to come in that just simply won't put up with it at all. And they'll shoot to kill. And this will be Jade Helm. We will have our rights removed in a single night when you're in bed. A lot's going to happen. I've heard too many blogs or too many people mention just today, over 4 days ago, that all have changed their mind on the timing of what's happening on September the 11th through the 13th, which is a harbinger for us. And then you have the 13th. I don't recall exactly what that was, but then you have the 28th, which is a blood moon. But let me tell you, when this is taken away from the police, it's taken away because we did not speak up. We didn't speak up when they took prayer out of schools in 1960. We were silent. We did not speak up when they started aborting babies. So they did it. We did not speak up on and on and on until we're spent trillions in a hole, and we still didn't speak up. And then Obama has trampled the Constitution. We still didn't speak up. If we did, we would have stopped it. We did not. Our Republican people that we put in there talked about it. But talk is cheap. We hired them to do a job they didn't do it. So they're worthless as far as I'm concerned. All of them. We didn't speak up. And part of the blame goes on me and you. Okay? And I want to repeat one thing that I said earlier. They came for the communists, and I didn't speak up because I'm not a communist. Then they came for the trade unionists. I didn't speak up. I'm not in the union. They came for the Jews. I didn't speak up because I'm not a Jew. They came for the homosexuals. I didn't speak up. I'm not a homosexual. They came for the immigrants. I didn't speak up. I'm not an immigrant. They came for the Muslims. I did not speak up. I'm not a Muslim. Now they came for me. And there's no one left to speak up for me. People, this is what Hitler did. This is what he started. And by the grace of God, he could not finish it. But God finally said, okay, if that's what you want, so be it. I'll let you have it. That's when he said he'll put the hook in the jaws of those who want this and drag them into it. So prepare for it. Prepare for a one-world government, a religious leader, and a political leader. Prepare for CERN and HAARP in the magnetic field of the earth. Picture a tri-gear. You got 2 gears here. In other words, 3 gears. When you put a notch in all 3 gears and keep turning, when all 3 notches come to one point, you have lined up CERN, the collider, HAARP, and the magnetic field. And what you get, you're not going to like. Because what you get is not a peep behind the veil. You're going to get the key to the bottomless pit that'll open a portal that has evil in it. And who is he? I'll remind you, he is Apollo. Apollo will enter into the one who sits at the head of the New World Order. He is the Antichrist. He will enter into the Antichrist at about the time the Antichrist is made peace with the Jews. And when he enters into the Antichrist and becomes the false prophet, then he'll march in and sit down in the temple. How quick can all this happen? It can happen easy in 3.5 years. That's when it's going to happen. From the time of the beginning of the tribulation till him setting in, breaking peace with the Jews and killing 2/3 of them. By the way, we've had a rapture at the beginning. The Christians have gone, and many died of fright, sheer terror, because of what came upon them the second the rapture removed the Christians. This is probably precisely the time when the CERN collider, HAARP, in the magnetic field lines up with Satan just sitting there pecking on the other side. Apollo comes out of that damn hole. We didn't stop it. We didn't speak up. We will be under martial law, according to many, by, well, one gentleman in I can't remember the country, I said it on an earlier blog, by mid-July, he suspects something really bad is going to happen. He didn't say what. A lot of people has just recently said before July is over. Why have they picked July the 15th? I know that when all this is about to happen, Illuminati knows they'll have Jade Helm on a 24-hour notice to take this country over. And since the police don't have the gear to fight, they're pushed out of the way. Some may be asked to join them, but they'll stand in the rear. Jade Helm will come in to fight and to bring this country under hardcore martial law. Prepare for it. It is coming. I hope later than sooner, to give people time to accept Christ. That is your only escape. Please don't call my bluff on that. Please don't. Jody Wolf Expoz.